Yeah.
I don't want to miss it.
It's gonna be.
Okay.
So I can't.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our masterclass for today. Our special guest is Robert Chen, the concertmaster of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and actually a former music prep faculty member. And we're so happy he's with us. Today is kind of speed dating masterclass in that we have 4 people in 1 hour to play for him. We will hear from Audrey Kim, Mio Imai, both playing movements from the summer movement of Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and then from Jaray She and Daniel Chi performing the movements from the winter variations. And they're accompanied by Jaray Kim. So please, those here in the audience live, please let's welcome Mr. Robert Chen.
Hi, Audrey.
good, Audrey. Um, just I have a couple things for you to think about. Um, do you know the Do you know the text to this? Yeah, you have it in the part, right, Audrey?
Yeah.
You have it in your music. Okay. So when the allegro starts, um, that's what? That's the what is that?
It's the bird. Like,
It's the cuckoo. Yeah. So where's the cuckoo?
the changing notes. Like,
Can you make it sound more like a cuckoo? Cuckoo. Yeah. That's it. Good. Yeah. And I have maybe a just a suggestion for you when you do the separate strokes. Uh, that's to keep the bow here. It's really flat. Yeah. That's it. You really get much more articulation that way. Okay. Now, the next thing is the tortorella. Mm, this. What kind of bird is this?
the turtle dove.
Turtle dove. Yeah. Um, can you make it sound more like a bird? There. I don't know what edition you're using, but that this should be an A natural.
My part doesn't have the A natural.
Yeah, it should be an A natural. It should be an A natural trill. And if you can trill from the top note. Okay, now the next bird. That don't think of it like down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow. It's just an expression of the sound of the bird. Yeah, so it's in the Baroque music, the expression is not so much that both notes are equal strength. It has to do with stress and release, right? So don't try to sustain the G. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Just try to play around with it a little bit so that you really make the music as descriptive as possible. Okay. And now this next. What is this?
Like the soft breezes.
It's a gentle wind. Yeah, zephyr. It's a gentle wind. And so I want you to conjure up with your sound the picture of and so how do you think you can do that? Just create this sort of wind-like sound.
Like more bow, like speedier bow.
I think, yeah, good. And also, I think you can play really far away from the bridge. Oh. And like almost no pressure, So it's like. Good. And then this. That also, light bow, so that you are, you really try to describe the sound of this wind. Audrey, in music, there's a strong beat and a weak beat, right? So in this measure, what do you think is a strong beat?
1.
What?
1.
So the strong beat of the measure is the first beat, right? So I want you, because it sounds a little bit like that. I want you to have this shape. Yeah, it's about making the shape of the sound. Yeah, try. Good. Now, this next one coming up is what?
Like the threatening north winds.
North wind, cold, and a blast. Not friendly. Yeah, and it's a big contrast dynamically between the piano and the forte. So you really have to change your contact. Really, like immediately a shock. Yeah. Yeah, and really into the string, yeah. remember what we said, the flat bow hair, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. Oh, now, this, I want you to think about the beginning now, the opening of the summer. It's this sort of unbearable heaviness of the heat, right? But it's a strange marking, like it's allegro non molto. So, can you play it once? Um, Again, we're thinking about stress and release. So that is okay. Yeah, Audrey, try to. You don't have to start all the way at the frog. Huh? Now this figure. If you're gonna take two bows, that's fine. But Audrey, would you consider like he writes? It's three notes slurred. Up bow. Okay. All right. So I think that's more descriptive of the music. I think this Vivaldi's Four Seasons. It's like it's it's like the first program music of its kind. It's like it's describing a season. Yeah, and I think in your playing, you can do more of those kinds of things to try to be much more descriptive. Okay. Otherwise, it sounds terrific. Have a good time. Okay. What's next? Mio. Is Mio playing next?
Yes, we have Mio next. Mio is a student of Kimberly Fisher. I neglected to tell us that Audrey is a student of J. Fry Vogel.
Okay. Great. Very exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, it. I like what you're doing with the storm. Um, I had a couple of questions for you. Um, I was wondering, like, why you slur certain things. Why not? Like, I think it's. I think you have more energy if you do it all separate. Mio? If you start in the seventh position on the A string, then it's all right there. And long. That's it. So, and don't feel like you should be in a hurry to start. That can be slightly out of time because nobody's playing there. You know?
Okay.
So what you want to do is that you want to start the gesture very clearly Yeah.
Okay.
So each one of those sequences, you can start actually slightly out of time. Now, can you? I don't. I'm not sure about that bowing.
Okay.
I mean it's a matter of taste. But try. I think you can try doing it like it's written. Now, when you have the repeated note, don't worry so much about playing the D string loudly.
Okay.
Okay, and actually don't really worry about playing so loudly. The thing about these Baroque concertos is that the violin soloist is also the conductor and is also the concertmaster. So you're playing really a lot of this stuff with the violin section, like there, for example. And so you don't really need to force, but you do need to be very clear
Okay.
about the direction, yeah? Okay. Okay, now. Are you doing those slurred?
No, I'm doing them separate.
Okay, good. All right. I think here you don't have to worry about really making a beautiful sound. Yeah, just in the lower half of the bow. Yeah. That's it. Okay? Good. One other thing. This is. He writes the legato here,
Okay.
so it's different than later, which is separate. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, you have to play with the orchestra there. So if it's marked in the orchestra part as separate, then just do it separate. But just be mindful that he actually wrote it as a slurred gesture.
Okay.
Okay. So let's look at the second movement a little bit. I like the little ornaments that you're doing. You can do more. There's a wonderful recording of this piece by a former temple prep student from a long time ago. His name was Shunsuke Sato, and he does a lot of Baroque violin playing now. Actually, he does mostly Baroque violin playing now, and he does some of the wildest ornamentation that you'll ever hear. So check it out. Like if you have Spotify, go look for it. It's Shunsuke Sato, and he's playing with a Cologne Baroque soloist.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing I wanted to sort of mention to you is that this you're basically the weary farmer. And then we have this furious swarm of flies, of bugs. Yeah? Take your time, let the orchestra finish. Because your character is so different than the character of the orchestra. They're like a Greek chorus. They answer. You talk about, oh, I'm so tired, and then there's this furious swarm of flies, and then you go back to, oh, I'm so tired. Yeah. So take the time to really juxtapose those two different things. Yeah. You'll have. Yeah. Don't be in a hurry to start playing right away after they finish. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, we move to winter with Jaray She, and Jaray is a student of Guillaume Combe.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello again.
Hello again.
Did you play last time, Vinyavsky?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. The Wieniawski.
about, again, this how the music reflects the text, right? So when you start this figure, it's a music. He's trying to show ice, freezing ice, snow, and shivering. So, how can you make it so that it sounds more like shivering? I have a thought that you can play, like, I know it sounds a little gimmicky, but maybe you can play. Like Ponticello, to create that sound.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I don't think you need. I don't think you need to trill. I think you just. Just one turn is plenty, because you have so many of them in a row. Yeah. Good. So that's the idea. And I would say that the front of the stroke can have a little quicker motion, quicker bow speed. Yeah? And release. That's it. Good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I know. Sacrilege in Philadelphia that you play with a sound like that. But I think you can experiment, in this Baroque music. Anything goes, really. I think, and you're not bound by, rules of good sound production. You're only bound by your imagination of how you want to make the music sound. How you want to portray this picture. Yeah. Now, this next thing. That in my part, the trill is actually a D natural, not a D flat. I don't know. It's a more recent edition from Ricordi, and they put a D natural there, and they give you all kinds of scholastic reasons for it. But I think it's worth taking a look, because there are some different notes actually in this part than the part that I used from before. Okay, now can you play that?
Yeah, just all separate.
Yeah. And it can be. You're alone, right? You don't need to, you're not bound by a sort of a rhythm. You're just bound by this pulse. So you can. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. You know, so that you're not. That sounds very correct, but it doesn't create this image of this swirling, horrible wind that he's talking about, right? Right. Now, this next thing, what is he trying to depict here?
Um,
Hitting all the other strings, right?
yeah, I think it was something related to like foots and like.
Yeah, it's because you're trying to stay warm. You know, you're like running in place and you're stomping your feet. That's it. That's it. Okay? And that also is you're part of the tutti. You're playing with the others. No, so when you come out, you're all of a sudden it's like one violin, yeah. So the stomping thing can be, almost exaggerated, characterized. But when you're alone, make the most beautiful sound you can. Yeah. Now this is your teeth chattering. Right now, it doesn't sound that cold. So you want to play with the intent of describing that, yeah? Good. Now, I have a suggestion. And try to do it out here. Yeah. Really try to make it the bow, exactly what your orchestra conductor tells you not to do when you have spiccato. But you're not in that element, right? You're in it's something else completely. Yeah? I know it feels really awful, but it actually sounds much more interesting. So that's what you're trying to create here is something that's very over the top, descriptive. Okay, so it doesn't sound like you're playing the violin nicely, but rather that you're making these sounds. Yeah, describing. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So our final performer to take us deeper into winter is Daniel Chi. He is a student of Charles Parker, and he'll continue with the winter.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Hi. Again.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I think the first thing I want to talk about is the when you start the allegro. Um, Here, he's trying to describe this sort of walking very slowly and carefully on ice. And the way you played it, it sounded like you had ice skates. Yeah? And, I think there's a reason why Vivaldi writes why he writes 1/16th note and then the rest slurred. Why do you think it is?
Just to like make it more uneven, so it's a lot more like careful and kind of like.
Can you speak into the microphone?
Oh, it's more like so it's more uneven and like careful. So. Like,
Yeah, right. And so if you slur it all together like that very nicely, you lose that. It feels like you're hesitating and you're shuffling your feet. Yeah. So that's what we're aiming for there. So I just wanted you to think about that. When you go back and play this again. That's it. Yeah. And experiment with it a little bit, because you're basically the orchestra is just holding a chord under you, and so you're really free to do a lot of different things. Yeah. You understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not bound by dee da 2 3 1 2 3. It's a 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. Exactly what your teachers probably tell you not to do. Which is play everything exactly evenly and rhythmically and with a good sound. this is you're trying to describe something, and you have to use everything at your disposal. If that means distorting the rhythm a little bit, it's okay. I know it's a terrible thing to say. No, those things are like what are they? What is he trying to describe there?
I think just like it's like a lot like falling down or like
Falling down, right, and slipping. Uh, yeah. Good. So start each one of those things from the string. Good. That's it. Now, the next part, he talks about going on the ice and running fast, right? So, it's okay for this part to be just slightly faster. What you are doing. Yeah? Scurrying, like mice. Okay. And then now I hear you accenting each measure. It's a long phrase, not short phrases here. Good. No. This is one of those places that you actually have to play relatively steady, because underneath you there's a bum 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 bum. Somebody's playing 8 notes. Yeah. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Now, I love this part. I love this part. What is that?
so like I also envision it still as like similar to falling. It's like a lot of moving around.
I think of like hail. I mean, hail was an earlier season, but that's it. And you're slurring this in a way that makes it more convenient. Okay? Can you do it the way it's written? So you can practice. Okay? One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Go. there are a lot of really chromatic notes, things that make you uncomfortable. Just make sure that you're playing the right pitches, and just do it slowly once. That's a D flat. That's also a D flat. Okay. You have a pencil?
Well, not on me. I can get one.
Okay. Yeah. So you remember. Now, this next part is really important, Daniel. Where'd you go? Somebody lend him a pencil. Okay, so it's D flat. Now, this next part is really important. How are you going to cue those? Because you have to play it in a way that everybody in the violin section plays with you.
Do I just do it right before I play the?
Okay. 2, 3. E natural, E flat. Now the next thing, from the string. Each one of these from the string, yeah? If you're doing from the air, it's never going to be quite together, yeah? From the string. Okay. Make sure that this third beat is not swallowed or too short. 1, 2, 3, 1. The silence is actually deafening. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, now, the last bit of this, we're going to have to stop. It's one of the technically slightly more challenging parts of this Vivaldi, and I would suggest that you practice it slowly, just for coordination, because you're getting a little tangled up. Okay, it's famous for getting tangled up here. So just look at it carefully and practice with a metronome, and study a think this. What fingering do you use? I think you can find an easier fingering.
I have like. I have that in.
Are you in your second position?
I'm in third position.
Okay. Well, anyway, just make sure that you understand like how you're getting to the next sequence, because sometimes you play the sequence and you're surprised by where you have to shift. Okay. Now, in the second movement, the I don't mind the slur. As long as you don't so that you're not trying to sustain the both notes, yeah? Good. Good. Okay. And this is a picture of, it's snowing outside. It's a winter wonderland. Yeah. So it's warm inside. You got a fire going. It's snowing outside, but it doesn't matter because you're not out there, right? That's what you're trying to describe in sound. Okay. All right. Good. I think everybody has to go to their. Thank you. Very good, everybody.
Thank you.
I think it's just very, very important when you play the Vivaldi Four Seasons is the trying to convey the text and how the music reflects the words. Yeah, so that it's more than just violin playing, but it's something that's really descriptive. Okay, great.
Thank you, Mr. Chen, for being with us today and for all these great instructions and guidance you've given our students. And we hope things are good for you in Chicago, and hope we'll see you sometime when you're visiting Philadelphia. So thank you.
Where are you guys located now?
We're at 1515 Market. We're right across from City Hall.
Oh,
It's so when you were with us, we were on Walnut Street.
Right.
We're so it's a little better teaching studio conditions, but this room is not the greatest performance space. So I always tell these guys if they can sound good here, they'll sound great everywhere else. It's a little bit dead, but thank you so much for all you've given us today and for your time. We really appreciate this.
it's my pleasure.
Everyone, Okay, everybody, off to quartets.
Yeah, have fun.
Thank you again.
Thanks, Robert.